Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we've got mic'd up, gonna have our audio a little bit better. We're getting there with all this new camera gear, so thanks for bearing with us. Got here a little late this morning. Adam has done knocked out our what's called the Tombstone that mounts in the back of the cabin. Look at this thing. Now this is just an example of the light that can go in it. I'm not sure what design of lights we're gonna put in it. And we're gonna mount quite a few of these facing back right here to light the back of the truck up. Now, I've seen a lot of comments everywhere, mostly from people that are not here in America, and I love all my viewers, every single one of you. I love all my viewers, every single one of you, but I'm appealing to the American public here with doing the things we're doing. I know a lot of you would prefer us leave it stock completely and show it to the Americans. Myself being an American, but this is the stuff that really gets us going, gets us excited of seeing some really cool custom parts on a truck like this. So the stuff we're doing is to make it appeal to the American public, the American trucker, the people that look at a truck like this and they're like, there's no way you can customize it. And we're showing them exactly that you can do that, and it can look really, really cool and still have all the power, performance, fuel economy, and be just a really awesome truck. So we're gonna get this panel pulled off that Adam put on here. We're gonna fold the cab down and then reinstall it, make sure all the clearances are good, and then get back straight into work and getting some stuff done today. All right, we put our Tombstone back on and we have the cab folded down. We're gonna make sure that this thing will sit up here and not come into contact with the back of the cab. Oof, it is close. Oh, it's so close. But that's what we want. We want it to be like really close to where it keeps the gap. I think old Doug slept too much underneath the truck last night.
I had a good night's sleep. Got a little grease in my hair, but
I don't hate it. I think it looks cool. Get that thing lit up. It's gonna look good. Now this, I think we're gonna remove this bracket right here.
okay.
Hand me your wrench, because it's not doing anything anymore. I don't think it's needed. All it did was hold these hoses and mount the light, but we can remove the light mount. I think we can just put it right back in this bolt hole here.
Oh.
Because this is for having all kinds of other plugs and stuff. We got a crescent wrench handy.
Oh yeah, in my toolbox over there.
Oh, that's his lunchbox. All right, we've got this thing ready to come off. So we're gonna relocate this light and just remount it back up there, because again, this bracket just flat out isn't needed. Now we're not throwing any of this away. Everything is being kept 100% so that in the end of the day, if we need to return this thing back to complete factory stock spec, we can do that without a problem. But we can set this off out of the way. Check that out. This might work perfect because that carriage bolt came out.
Yeah,
we just need to get a washer.
We got a bigger hole.
And then we need to probably maybe pull some slack from this wire maybe. So we can make it reach. Unless we do that.
Is that gonna be tall enough for you then?
It's just gonna get in contact with
that.
our air.
We'll find some extra. Oh, there you go. Guy could make it. There you go.
Boom. That will work. All right. Well, we'll just, does this have, on that other side, they're empty. We'll just leave them empty then. I just need like a little bit, like a decent flat washer. Do we have any more later on?
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. And it's stainless. Shoot. What do you think, boss man?
I like it.
I think once we snug it up, it's like perfect. It's close, but not too close.
Have you raised the cab up at all to make sure?
Uh-uh.
We'll have to just test that before.
Okay. Well,
I think it'll be fine. I just don't know how it pivots.
With it going up on an angle?
It should be fine because it pivots up front.
Well, we took this big bracket off that was right here that covered that.
Nice.
And relocated the light. So I'm going to tighten this up right quick before we...
Are we doing anything on the airbags?
We need to.
What?
We need to.
All right.
We should. What?
So make something to cover the airbag, you thinking?
It'd be easy to do.
There is a company that makes those, so we can actually look up how it's done and try to get something, do an American airbag cover.
What does it do? Like just cover?
I think it
this
comes
whole
up
thing?
and just covers this. It doesn't get too much into all this mess. But before we do that, we're still working on putting stacks on it somehow.
Yeah.
If we do stacks, they're going to come up right here. They're not going to be out on the edges. They're going to be right up in the mid, like in the middle, kind of. So you should see how they do stacks. Like
I seen one that had exhaust that come clear to the back of your.
yeah, there's all kinds of designs. So open it up and just tell me, yell, scream loud if it starts to hit the cab.
Okay.
Glad this thing has an electric jack because I'd be freaking cooked from jacking the cab up.
Walk out the door, you see someone that you know and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Stop. Oh. Catching the bolt.
Touching it, all the bolts are.
Caught the bolt.
Is it like the cab goes up in the front, so it angles back, and then the back picks up?
Can you hold it out as it goes up? Will it miss?
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to mark.
You need a marker.
Wonder if we should make it an inch. Take like a ½ inch off everything. Or just even this top, you know, we could come in,
Yeah.
do something along those lines.
All right, so we're waiting on one final program before we go over there and do the final lasering on our Tombstone. But
Yes.
you guys have been working on something kind of like didn't even tell me a little bit. So you make an underglow kits to go on these trucks.
Truck, correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
And look at this. So you custom bit these brackets, or is this?
This is just a little 1 foot sample.
Okay.
So we're gonna use their existing bolts and we'll just run one the full length. So we'll stop it here, we'll come up, put a piece here. So this piece will be all the way, the full length. So we'll have an underglow look on the side of the skirts.
Without having something hanging
Correct.
below it. That's
Yes.
gonna look sick. 'Cause
Yeah.
they make like bars to go underneath them, but I was like,
Yeah.
we can't do everything the same way everyone else does
Right,
it. So.
right.
But they'll bolt right up and you won't even know they're there.
You won't even see them.
That's cool. And again, this is stuff that Scania owners can get from Iowa Customs in the very near future, I hope.
Yeah, let's hope so. And then we got just water weep holes,
Okay.
so it doesn't get full of
So
stuff.
the water can drain out of it?
Yep, and then we have zip tie holes, so you can zip tie the wires up in there.
Thought of everything.
But we
Literally.
try.
So these are going to hold 3/4 button light. It's
Correct.
like extremely standard light here in the U.S. So, heck yeah, man. Awesome.
So we'll make the full length ones and we'll get them put on.
All right. Well, let's go find our Tombstone getting cut bent and lasered at. So guys, we're standing next to this next level laser they have here that's going to cut our tombstone. We're going to get to see this thing happen firsthand. Are we able to open this thing up real quick? So it's sitting here on this special made table. It's about to go to town. We're going to see all that happen. After this, we're going to get to go bend it. So
we'll cut the mounting plate first, and then we'll go to the main tombstone.
Oh, that's right. So this
cover.
is the back side.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. So
And the back side is the one we're going to end up painting to make the names and everything we put on the front look really cool.
Yes. Yep.
All right.
So we'll let her rip.
Now someone press the big green button. So we were headed over to go bend the other piece, and Josh is like, hey, we're about to laser the next one. So we might as well get a video lasering the outside of the tombstone, which has y'all's logo, Bruce Wilson logo.
Yep.
Pretty cool. And then we'll go bend both of them at the same time. So we've adjusted the camera lens, so we shouldn't have to stop halfway through this time. Let her rip, Tater Chip. Dang.
So we'll take it out.
Now you got to shake all the pieces out of it.
Literally. So we'll just knock out this, and all your letters will start coming out.
We got to save some of this stuff. We never know you could use it for, right? That's so cool. It's like barely held in there just so that it can do its job. Wow. Got some Christmas ornaments.
Yeah, we'll make anything you need.
I should have had you guys run some V8 logos in the middle of these.
We should have.
That would have been cool. Could have hung them on the tree.
What do we got?
Well, we're going to finish getting all this stuff knocked out of this thing, and then we're going to carry it over to the press brake and bend this into the shape of our tombstone. Let her rip, Tater Chip. So this is the inside support bracket that goes on there. Super duper precise. Checking the angles. Did we nail it? Yeah, we nailed it.
Nailed it.
Wow. Even it's like perfectly measured every time, right? That's crazy. That's it. We're all done. Are we gonna weld these corners up by chance?
We
Or?
won't weld the internal bracket. We won't, because
Okay.
it'll all be covered.
Oh, okay.
On the outside cover, we will weld the corners.
Makes sense.
So now we'll just go to assembly and we'll get the nut dirt put in them.
Ah. All right. One piece down. All right. So the outside panel, Adam spent a lot of time designing that and getting their logo in. They, is it called digitized or lined up?
It's a line file, so we have to trace every logo in order to get everything into the laser program.
So I sent them basically a picture of my logo, and they traced every piece of it on the computer to make that happen, which is really awesome. So we're still looking at ideas, what kind of lights to put in these round holes. So if y'all guys comment down below, maybe email me some links to the type of lights we should put in these holes. But for now, hand it to the bin master. Next round of bending coming right up. This one's going to get a few more extra bends in it compared to that one, I think, right?
It'll be the same 4 bends. It'll be boxed in.
Oh, that's right. We're keeping the back open.
Correct.
Okay. Double check. Triple check. Ruh-roh. So you make an adjustment and then it relearns what you did.
Corners look good.
Yeah, let's set the, while it has like a solid background on it.
We set it on there?
Yeah, set it on it. So now that this Tombstone is all bent and ready to go, you said we're going to weld these corners up just to make it strong or
look good.
Look good, and then
Yep.
like polish it up. So I guess
Yep.
who welds that? Daddy Dave?
Yep. My father will. He'll weld her up.
All right, we'll take it over there. When I tell you guys we have fans, this is an old one. So we're in Dave's corner is what they call it here. I've been calling him Pops on the low key because it's Terry and Adam's dad. And he snuck over here and welded our panel up without us knowing. I think he just doesn't want to be on camera, which is okay. We're gonna give him a hard time about it and make it funny. But he's got our panel all welded up. It's time to go get this thing installed on the truck and get all the hoses put back in it and wired up and ready to go. We got a couple other things going on the truck I want to show you guys also. So usually this is like the coolest part of anything when you're working with metal because the shiny side is always under this. But since this is aluminum, it's brushed. There's no like polished anything. If we were working with stainless, you'd be like, oh, like the best part. Like how a CNC machine just kicked on in the background and made the same noise. Oh boy. All right, so we got some different mics. We got some DJI mics in this video. Hopefully the sound is a lot better. I appreciate everyone working with us and following along in the videos. And you know, I'm making changes hopefully to bring content to the next level to represent Scania the best way possible. And hopefully you guys are liking it. Still, lots of comments in the last video about people don't like that we're changing this truck. And it's a lot of people from, a lot of our viewers from Europe. We have a large audience watching this truck from everywhere but the USA. And a lot of you guys, you know, I know everyone has their own way. There's like the Dutch way, the Italian way, like there's a way for every country. Well, the first person that did it that way in that country, everyone probably thought he was crazy too. I mean, I know I'm not wrong. And the things we're doing to this truck are the American way. You know, with the hub covers, yes, they're big and they may not be perfect the first go around, but this is trial and error. This is the first time anyone has ever had their hands on a Scania in the USA and actually customized it. Because when they were here, you know, back in the late 80s, early 90s, there wasn't really much of a customization thing going on with any Scania truck. So it is safe to say we're one of the first people to customize a next gen here and we're not trying to make it look cooler than it already is. We already know this truck is a really, really awesome vehicle. But we want to appeal to the American audience, which would hopefully be one day the future buyers of these trucks. And I want to let them know by us doing this cool stuff to it that it is possible to customize a truck like this. Because other than a Peterbilt or a Kenworth, you know, there's nothing else in the USA you can customize and it actually be cool. You're not doing that to a Volvo, a Freightliner, an International. You're just not. There's no cool cool aspects to those trucks, so why invest in it to make it, you know, custom or cool? So I think that's what's going to appeal to the American audience and buyers of this truck one day, potentially, is the functionality, the comfort, the horsepower, and being able to customize it. Because let's be real, these trucks probably won't come to the USA as a fleet truck that's running up and down the highway, coast to coast. They're going to come here and be a vocational truck, something that's going to be used for like logging, guys that are pulling tankers, hopper bottoms, different things like that, and they want to be able to customize their trucks and make them look really cool. And you can't do that with anything other than a Peterbilt or a Kenworth right now, or it just doesn't look good, but you dang sure can do it with a Scania, and everybody needs to know that. So that's what we're doing with all this customization. And just like that, our rear support section that's going to bolt up right there in the center is ready to bolt up. We're sourcing some hardware, and then the cover is going to go over it. But I need someone to help me locate some lights that we can put in here that are round that will go with our factory rear taillight housings, because I don't want to put watermelons. I don't think it's going to jive with that. We can power these off 12 volt or 24 volt because we'll have the trailer plugs right here, and we can tap into that. So send me an email, brucewilsonshop@gmail.com. If anyone has any recommendations on lights. Oh, talking about this thing that's upside down. Jack didn't say nothing. He's laughing at me. So let me know, guys. I'd really appreciate the input. And for those of you that do understand the customization we're doing, I appreciate everyone's understanding. And again, thank you to Iowa Customs for being a part of this really once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and doing something cool. I know a lot of people said the deck plate is going to cover a lot of the technology in this truck. Well, yes and no. My plan is at the Mid-America Truck Show to put some mirrors underneath the truck and different things. But also, when an American looks in there and sees that, they get scared and they overreact for no reason. That's just like the American way, because we're afraid of something that's the future. So it's going to hide some stuff, but the functionality will still be there. We'll have a sheet of how everything works when we go to the different shows, the different options the truck has. As far as the rear panel, we talked about putting some lights in it. We probably still will, but I need to find a style of light that goes with the factory rear taillights, because eventually we're going to try to get this thing legal here somehow at some point. That would be the goal. We have no idea, don't have any plans of doing that yet, but if we do that, we'll be able to take everything off because everything's completely reversible. We're not doing anything permanent to the truck. So let's get this Tombstone installed. You got your Sharpie and angle finder? Oh, hang on. Helps. Oh, it's reading both. Never mind. All right. Don't cut the clip. So we're going to 45 this a little bit, and you said we're going to extend it out probably. Because if you bring it over here, if we probably every bit of like 2 inches, I think.
You want to cover that for
We want to
sure,
cover
right?
that, so if you bring it probably 2 inches, yeah.
2 inches over, it'll still miss that.
Yeah. Well, this doesn't ever move, so I think we'll still be okay. I mean.
You know what I mean? So just gotta make sure we're not gonna hit that. You know what I mean? I think you're gonna hit.
Well, we can always open that up a little bit. You know, like radius it a little
Radius
bit
it,
with the
yep.
bend already in it still.
Yeah. If it does hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that'll clear because none of this stuff never moves. We do plan on hooking to something like really heavy to make the front tires come off the ground, remake an old Scania video out there, but well, what's gonna be? We're gonna do it. But so 45, extend it out.
I think it's good. You know, we could even just, you just want to take that bend out. We could.
Just leave it no bend right there.
And have no issues.
I think it'll still be strong from there to there.
I think.
And I think I'm gonna put I'll take this stud out and make something support the bottom of it or something, because when we go to bolt like this stuff on or whatever, you get lots of plans. So
Yeah.
we'll make it happen. All right, guys. So we've got our final completed hubs about to install, but I've got Doug here. Doug has been helping us the past 2 days. Has been killing it. Been getting ab workout underneath the truck, putting all the deck plate in. I've done that before, so I know it's not a fun or easy task.
True.
Especially when the truck's not like up in the air. But I wanted to thank Doug for everything he's been doing to help us. I want to know what led you to come work at Iowa Customs. Like, you're a Harley man to the bone from everything.
Yeah.
Everything I'm picking up, and these guys are corn-fed machinist around here.
Yeah, you just got to walk in the building and look at the shop, and you just kind of fall in love with the place,
Hold on.
you know?
Damn blower in the background. All right.
But
So you said you just got to start where you said you walk in the place.
you just walk into the place, and you kind of fall in love with the shop, and yeah, I've always been a shop guy, so.
I appreciate everything you've been doing for me.
You bet,
Doug.
man.
Well,
I'm glad to help.
Let's get this hub installed. Trying to make a cool video of Doug. He's over here kicking stuff. All right. Now, we get to peel. This is the best part. Make sure you get the money shot in here, Jack. Maybe. Maybe I'll get this.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
All right, having a hard time getting this stuff to come off here, but about to see just how polished it is. Now, these things are a little big, I'm not gonna lie, but when we had a couple of them sitting on there, it just makes this thing look absolutely beefy, dude. That looks absolutely sick. This stuff's well protected.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Wow.
Folks, pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
It's gonna be so hard to keep these clean.
No corrosion.
None. That is true. All right, moment of truth. Let's see if Adam got his measurements right. So far, so good.
Oh, beautiful.
They fit nice and snug.
So bring it there. Yep. Perfect. Hope these are the right shoes.
I mean, it kind of looks blue already. So we're only like putting these on to drive home. They're gonna come back off because this round piece right here, we're gonna paint it blue, and it's gonna go on the back side. They don't look half bad. Not even nothing on them either.
Well, your hub's blue.
But when we put this behind it, we're gonna paint it blue and stick it to the back side, so it's really gonna pop.
So it
With-
really gives us our look we are going for.
Yeah.
That 3D.
Dang, these some sunglasses you got on me?
Oh,
Jeez.
shiny.
Golly, I'm not talking about the hub either.
My head. Bowling ball buffer, buddy, right there. God.
Just got her polished last night.
There you go.
Better?
Yep. So Adam in the background made us some custom underglow brackets to mount up to our side fairings. You guys thought I was gonna take them off. I was just thinking about it. We're keeping them on, but he made these where they bolt right up, all the way down. So we're gonna have a whole lot of 3/4 button lights all the way down this thing. We're thinking about doing dual revolution so we can have amber lights facing the ground and then switch to blue when we're parked up at a truck show or something like that. So they got these designed for the driver's side, and we're working on Dougie Fresh drew up the panels they're going to mount to the bottom of the passenger side because they just happen to all be different. And the exhaust comes out this side. So those will be done tomorrow. We're pretty much wrapping up today. We'll be finishing out everything we've started on tomorrow, including the Tombstone. Yeah, so see you in a couple seconds tomorrow. Well, guys, we got the Scania pulled out the shop. Did I turn your mic on? I had to turn his mic. Yeah, I did. Never mind. All right. Let's try this again. Well, folks, we got the Scania pulled out the shop. Adam, thanks again for all the cool stuff we accomplished in like 3.5 short days.
Yeah, we did a lot. We did a lot.
Iowa Customs pulled out all the stops. They pretty much shut the shop down so we could really design some awesome parts. And hopefully we'll have them on a website somewhere and available for sale in the near future. So if you guys seen anything you like in the video, from our hub covers to our deck plate to our rear tombstone, and we're going to have a rear center panel. We'll get that when you get it designed and sent to us. We'll have that somewhere. So if anyone's interested in any of these parts, we should have no problem getting them shipped anywhere around the world and to Mexico, because the Mexicans share some really similar designs and style we have here in America from what I've been seeing on the internet. So if anyone's interested in that stuff, let us know. But let's just show some final products really quick while I have it outside in the sun and go from there. Then we'll go take it for a ride.
Sounds good.
So I really think the hub covers turned out awesome.
Those are my favorite part.
Yeah. So as far as hub covers go, we can't sell them with the V8 logo. We got special permission to have this. But if anyone's interested in them, we can put all kinds of custom whatever in the hubs.
Any company logos,
yeah,
anything we can put in them.
So really simple stuff there. Deck plate turned out awesome. We're waiting on our power converter to show up still, so we had to like rig up our converter from the old Scania on there. But the rear Tombstone center panel looks great, I think. And we've got some other parts they're gonna ship us. Like we're gonna finish modifying the DPF cover. We did a lot of work to get it done. We have some final refinements. We're gonna paint it and do some stuff. So we threw the factory one back on there for the time being. But I mean, what's your first take on a Scania? I mean, is it everything you thought it would be?
It's probably more than I thought. It's unbelievable.
It seems to be the general consensus.
Yeah, it's an unbelievable machine. It really is.
Cool. All right, we're gonna load up in the truck. It's like 12 degrees right now. Jack's fingers are freezing off. And go drive it. And we're gonna come back, load our trailer up. I got a little tractor loader backhoe. We're gonna be right around 80,000 pounds headed home, so I'm excited. Let's go drive. Yeah, it is way chilly outside. It says it's 24, but it's gotta feel like feel like 7 or something.
So like my weather thing, it'll tell me it feels like temperature's this, but it feels like 2.
All right. Well, one of the most important things about this truck is how sharp it turns, and I honestly think it turns sharper than my GMC pickup.
Yeah, I was gonna say. How we turned around is probably like a 3-lane road, really.
Yeah.
It probably could turn that sharp.
So we got Jack running around like a madman getting the shots. Gave me the thumbs up. All right, here we go. We could turn this heater on in here. Actually, what am I thinking? There we go. So right now it's on power mode, so we're gonna like let this thing rip, cause it gets down with the get down pretty quick.
See what she has.
So there's one step, I forget, there's like you press the pedal even harder and it clicks a button in the end, and that's just full power and every single shift.
Wow.
Yeah, so right there, 0 to 70 pretty dang quick.
That's fast.
Yeah, so I plan on taking it to a drag strip sometime and doing like
Test.
0 to 60 times, you know, quarter-mile times. Not that any of that like really matters, but we're gonna put it right next to my Peterbilt or something, you know.
Yeah, and the comparison.
Yeah, so we can have an exact comparison. Then we're gonna put a trailer on it, do that, do some loaded side-by-side stuff. And, you know,
I just can't believe how smooth it is.
And how we can have a conversation with each other.
Yeah. And no, I mean, it's just, everything's so quiet.
You can literally, because that's why they're able to put a coffee maker in these trucks, because you can actually make coffee and it won't spill.
Well, you don't even hear anything rattling around. Really.
Literally, yeah. There's nothing rattling or anything crazy. But look at like the ergonomics and everything, right? So you're a driver, you need something out of your fridge, right? You're thirsty. Yeah. You got to get out of the seat, go into the sleeper right here.
Yeah. Look what you got.
Grab my drink.
Close it up.
I'm all done.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Tons of storage everywhere. And it's quiet.
Very quiet.
That's the biggest thing.
For how windy it is here, was it probably 20-mile-an-hour winds?
Oh, every bit of it.
Yeah.
Very little to no wind noise doing 65, 70 miles an hour. And then just stopping.
Unbelievable.
Or you know what? You got your seatbelt. You ready?
Yep.
I went my computer back. That's all right.
Oh, crap.
Oh. Anyways, you get the gist. That wasn't even like full on the brakes. I was like,
I was waiting for him to lock up.
yeah, it won't.
It won't lock up?
No.
Everything but, I mean, it'll get close.
Yeah, the braking system's bonkers.
Everything from one end to the other.
That's nuts.
It is, it's amazing. So what do you think, like gas mileage on your fuel economy on your way back with 80,000 pounds?
At Buffalo? What?
Probably, yeah. That's a Buffalo.
They have Buffalo up here?
Oh, yeah, Mike, I know, yeah.
That's crazy. All right, so back to fuel mileage. Okay. So on the way here at 65,000 pounds, we were doing roughly like 8 at night, 7.6 during the day because it's so windy.
Yeah.
But then, all right, here's your brake test. Ready?
Ready.
Got our computer secured.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy though?
That is nuts.
The tires gave a little bit of a slid. That was from 60 to 0.
That's nuts. Okay, now how many semis can you just do this in an intersection?
None.
None.
Yeah, none at all. So on the way home, we're going to be right at 80,000 pounds is my goal weight, because that's, you know, the standard maximum weight of the trucks here in the USA.
Yep.
Is to still be right at 7 miles per gallon.
I think it'll do it.
I think so too. But the give and take is, you know, fleet trucks are doing 8, 8.5, 9, you know, at 65 to 67,000 pounds. But if we can maintain 6.5 to 7 and still have the 770 horsepower on tap,
Yeah, pulling that weight.
I think that's a huge accomplishment. Because you can always drop in horsepower, drop in displacement with the Scania engines, and get better fuel economy. But there's a lot of people who will give up fuel economy for looks.
Oh, absolutely.
That's every like Peterbilt owner actually.
Everybody.
So
Well, this has more horsepower, more torque, and better fuel economy.
and the comfort's insane. Oh, I forgot the seats are Now we probably heard the fuel economy a little bit. That's out here what we're doing, but
Well, that
we're testing.
these hills don't do any good either.
Not the wind either. At all.
No.
All right, guys, so huge shout out to Iowa Customs once again for everything they did. We got so much done the last week, but we're here at a fuel station headed back to Tennessee. It's too cold for this Florida man. It's like 24 degrees and 40-mile-an-hour winds. This is not for me. This morning we woke up, it was like 8 degrees. So Jack's like, we need to get the heck out of here. Scania's pulling great. We're going to hit a cat scale on the way home and see what the total weight is at on the truck and trailer and everything combined. Watch out for the ice, Jack. So we got our Sani here. We got a Scania and a Sani. So I bought this Sani tractor loader backhoe because we're going to be starting a small rental business on the side, and got our smoking deal on this thing. It was a demo unit with only 40 hours. Full warranty, so couldn't beat it, but everything's strapped down, chained down nice and tight. Got my pickup on the back. Quite a bit of weight up here on the front of the trailer, but so a little bit of weight on the truck, but should have no problem handling. So we're going to be monitoring fuel mileage on the way home. I'm going to stay between the 67 and 70 mile per hour mark. That's pretty standard stuff. So in the next few videos, we'll be talking about the fuel mileage we're seeing on this thing. Fully loaded with a non-aerodynamic load, and at some point in the next few months or next weeks, We'll put a different trailer behind it, load it down, and see what kind of fuel mileage we see with the wind deflector fully installed and a truly aerodynamic trailer and truck combo. But for now, that's pretty much a wrap for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe new down here around here. Subscribe. We have so many viewers watching these videos of the Scania. They're not even subscribed, which is mind-blowing to me. So make sure you smash the subscribe button so you know when we post a video. And comment down below if you like a lot of the stuff we've done. There's so many mixed emotions on the last video. But, you know, Scania likes what we're doing, so we're going to keep doing it. I like what we're doing. We're having a good time. And, guys, if we leave this truck stock, we'll never make a video with it because we have to find ways to create content that's unique in every which way. Hope you understand that. But for now, we'll see you later. Peace.